Welcome guys to another live stream. We are live again playing some more Satisfactory tonight as we are diving into our, we're continuing with the copper. We got a little over 12,000 copper per minute is what we got going last night. I think it was around 12,800, somewhere around there. Works out to just a little over a third of the way through gathering up all of the copper that's available in game, with the eventual goal that that's going to get put into a converter factory to turn it into bauxite, with even further down the road, turning that into aluminum, and then steel beams, and then screws. The ultimate screw factory is what the end game is on this. Let's get some tunes, some music happening in the background here. Watch your ears, because when I first hit play, it is going to get loud, but then it comes down right away. There we go. I don't know why the media player does that, but it's rude, ignorant, and does what it is, but let's move in. Quick reminder, everybody reach down, hit the like button on the video, subscribe if you are new to the channel, ring that notification bell so you know when I am live, and let's head into some gameplay here and get some zooping happening on sending out some concrete. So yeah, basically we got the east side of the map pretty much done. If I highlight the copper here, all the ones with the black icon on them, those are the ones that are completed. The white icon ones are not ones that we've claimed yet. So you can kind of see we've done that full, the desert area is all done. And then that swamp area, everything's all done that way. And we're basically looking in this middle section here to get started. And it will probably end up going right down into this bottom south zone that we've got to go and get some copper out of. But I'm just going to get some of this foundation built up here, make sure that I'm aiming in the right direction for it. If you are new to the chat, a couple of things that are live and running on here is I do run with a loyalty point program so that you guys can earn points for watching, and you get bonus points for subscribing if you're new to the channel as well. And then you can spend those points to be able to interact with the stream, either doing like noises or animations, things like that, either A, keep me awake, because some of them are ridiculously loud, or just another way for you guys to be able to interact with the stream. Okay, if I look on the map here, I need to be copper. I think if I line up with it, wherever this node is, I'm going to find where it's at, and that's kind of the line that we're going to go on for when we head south from here. I think it's this node right here. That should be copper, just tucked in at the base of this cliff face here. It is at the base of this cliff face, so we go straight south from here, and we should, is that south? Yeah, that is south. That should line us up with the other nodes that we've got to deal with at that end. And we are going to go vertical with this. Everything's all getting fed into this central highway that's in here. We've got a conveyor highway that runs through the, if I turn off fog, you'll be able to see better. Why did that not turn off? Hello. Fog 0 is what I want. There we go. We've got this center highway here is kind of where all the conveyors and everything all come together, and we are going to be building everything along the far west side and the northwest corner where all the water is, because we're going to be using a bunch of water for the aluminum factory. So we want to make sure that I've got all the materials and everything heading in that direction. Once I've got the bauxite converted, the next phase after that is going to be, actually, I can bring on our to-do list here. So once we finish gathering up all the copper and then we convert that into bauxite, we're going to be going after oil nodes, and we're going to be making all the heavy oil residue. And then that's probably going to go straight into making, I think I might swap crafting alumina solution and crafting petroleum coke. I think we'll get the petroleum coke done right away and have that delivered over to where we're manufacturing, because we'll be using that petroleum coke to make beams. Try to use it wherever we can. Well, I'll probably end up having to grab a bunch of the copper and stuff as well too, or not copper, the coal, so that okay, do I want it to build off that way? Yes, I do. Nope, that doesn't line up. We want to be off this one. We'll be using the coal and petroleum coke for being able to make all of our steel. Use it where we can. Use the resources we have available to us. I want to try to get as much of the screws made without having to rely on the traditional screw manufacturing process line. So I'm currently doing a playthrough in the desert, thinking only using belts and not trains and drones. I see you use a lot of belts. Do you have issues with moving stuff around? I don't. I do everything on belts. I love the way belts are. It's very uniform. I find it a much more consistent delivery speed. So it's an easier delivery because I can get all of my belts to 1,200 items per minute. Right now, all this stuff is just being dumped into awesome sinks, or it's being converted into bauxite and then converted into awesome sinks and stuff. So everything just kind of stays running smoothly and consistently all the time. Anytime that I have built with trains or drones or trucks, you end up with like flow issues because you can't get the product moving fast enough, and you might starve out some other line somewhere else because you had too much going to one other spot. I just do everything by conveyor. And here, I'm going to show you real quick just how ridiculous you can make these. Let me just save my I'm screwed. I'm going to load up this game save. This is called Let the Craziness Begin. This is all of the copper and all of the iron nodes harvested in-game. I made the absolute most ridiculous copper, all of the coal and all of the iron that I've done. I made the most ridiculous coal-powered generator farm. And then I turned all of the iron into iron ingots. Those were the last two videos that I uploaded on my channel. Was the coal power generator and the oh hey, I still have my to-do list. Close my to-do list so you can actually see what I'm doing. And then I converted all of the iron ore into pure iron ingots with refineries. And yeah, like this performance-wise is running totally fine. I don't have any issues. Things get a little kind of graphic crazy at times. So that's kind of a thing. But this here it's like 2,200 refineries that are converting all of the iron ore into iron ingots. All of this is trucked through with conveyors. No issues at all. And then this is the coal power generation that I've got going over here in one of these other saves. And that's, you saw the video with 76 belts. That was insane. Yeah, like there's 76 belts of iron right here alone running through. And it still runs. It works. I've got no issues. And that's all coming together on, again, I do the central highway thing on all my builds because it's just, you can get above ground. You can get everything moving along. And yeah, it all works. It does take longer to load this save though. Like there's a lot going on here. And by the time I get that way with the screw factory, like I'm thinking I could I might be able to like nuke the game. I'm with how big this factory is going to end up getting, making all the screws. My goal is to be north of 10 million screws per minute is what I'm going for. And I think I could do it. Like currently right now, I think there's somebody that had a video done that's like 3 million screws or 4 million, 4.3, 4.2, somewhere around there, million screws. I want to beat that. I want to be way more than that. This is going to tee right into that, isn't it? We might just have to hop up over this conveyor line here. I'm not entirely sure why I made that a huge stretch of conveyor all the way across. Of course, that's right in there. So we're just going to... We're going to bore a hole right through the middle of this. No, we're not, because there's a conveyor there. Fine, whatever. We can go straight up with this. And we're going to go up over top of it. I need to clear the trees anyway, so I'm kind of okay with this. I think that should be high enough. Nothing's worse than trying to run conveyors through those trees. I've done it multiple times. It's really hard to get them all connected together. By the way, Urkerson, welcome to the stream. I never gave you a welcome shout out. So
hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
Or IR Chrisum. However you want it pronounced. Okay, let's have a look at the map here and see where our copper is relative to us. It looks like there's a couple of nodes right beside us. And there is definitely nodes as we... I'm just going to continue this all the way to the far south end of the map here. We'll just bring all the copper in on this one line. And it's better to start from the further distance because then you can get things merged and stacked easier. Well, this little area is actually quite nice through here. Never really paid attention to this spot. You never end up in gameplay around here. Of course, normally this looks like this, so you don't really get to see what it looks like. It's all gross. But then with the fog off, it's actually quite nice through here. At night, though, if your fog is off, turn it back on because you can't see as far. The lighting effects are not as good when you've got no fog at night. So things are crazy dark. Quick reminder, everybody, reach out and hit that like button on the video. Subscribe if you are new to the channel. Ring the notification bell if you could. So you'll be notified when I do have a new live stream coming out and or uploaded a video. The reason why I'm doing a bunch of live streams right now is I know that this entire project is going to take me a long time to do, and to wait to put up another video from that it wouldn't do my channel any good to have that long of a period of a wait for the video. And I just didn't have it in me. Like, I need to spend so much time on this build that to take time away to play something else. So I'm like, you know what? IR Chris MM. Okay, I got it there. Okay, where are we? Let's look for the copper nodes here now. Okay, there's that way. I feel like there should be more straight ahead of us. Yes, it is. Oh, it's still like 1,000 freaking yards away, 1,000 meters away. That's nuts. Why so long? It's got to be like right on this far edge of the map. I don't even see it. I hope it's not in some cave system down there. There's a bunch of coal there. Looks like there's a nitrogen node as well. Oh, there it is right there. It just like came in, popped into view. I think it was just blended in well enough into that stone that it didn't want to show itself. On the map here, you can see I have bordered everything. I did the border around the outside edge, so it kind of shows where our playable area is. Why is there I've never noticed that before. There's like a huge chunk of like built space under the water. Is that really there, or is it just a glitch that I'm seeing in the graphics engine? Oh, it's going away as I get closer. That's weird. It's like there's platforms under there that the developers had left. How bizarre. You guys are seeing that at your end too, right? That's not just me. Oh, as I zoom in, it goes away too. Okay, that's weird. It must be just some kind of like chunked graphical glitch as we're loading things into the game. It's probably never really intended to be looked at because it's supposed to be all under fog through there. Okay, we're gonna go down and bring this one up here. What do we got? Is this a... It's a normal node, okay? The majority of the copper is normal, so I'm kind of not surprised. Logistics, no, I want production, Mark III miner, come on, clip in, clip in, clip in. Why are you not clipping in? Oh, there we go. Foundation is just about too tall. Max this out. Definitely no shortage of height that I'm going on this with this conveyor ride back. I wonder if this is going to be over our maximum extended elevator run. Might not be. We might get away with it, but I don't know. It's a pretty good distance, and I know we ran into it with our Caterium to Bauxite Converter Factory. All right, let's see if this goes all the way up. It does. Excellent. Okay, so we don't have to do a little add-on blip with the... Okay, there it goes. I'm like, why didn't it come all the way up? Okay, I'm gonna better mark this as well too, so I don't forget that it is 600 items per minute. Copper, IPM. Let's actually put the number in there. That would be good. 600. That didn't set. I didn't click on it twice. Okay, so let's look at the map now. We've got this one done. There are like a couple more here. Do I pull this one over? How far away is this one? Is it worth pulling over, or is it worth bringing it on? Yeah, you know what? It's going to come over to this one. I think that's it right there. I'd be thinking so. Looks like we're going to do a little tree trimming. I love the fact that these little balloon things float away. They float off into oblivion. Did that hogling bite it? There was one here. Did he just run away? Oh, I think he just ran away. Build to the grid wherever you can. Make your life so much easier. Not sure what that was conflicted with. Maybe it was the hogling was too close. Oh, this is a pure node. Nice. 1,200 items per minute. We'll just get this kind of up over top of whatever line that is. Shoot it that way, and then we'll jump it back up on that. Don't forget to have some Java. This time of night, got to keep yourself motivated and functional. Come on now. Clip. There we go. Oh, I did it too deep. Wrong conveyor belts. There we go. Wrestling Dog, welcome to the stream.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
The old Timmy's. I am not doing Tim Hortons tonight. Nope. Coffee from my Keurig with a little International Delight in it. I did not do a Tim's run. Usually that's kind of saved for the weekends where we get a Tim's run during the day or something. I had my Tim's fill already at work today. Had to repair 3 different camera systems today. I had like camera systems offline at 3 of our sites. That is not how that's supposed to go. Spent more time driving today than I did actually fixing anything though. It's a problem with where I work is I travel like a fair good jag to get to all of our sites. However, I get paid to drive around too, so that's kind of okay. All right, let's see how close we are to this central highway here, or not the central one, but the branch that's going to be, how high up is it? I feel like it should be this one. Let's find out if this is the right. Does that line up? Looks like it does. We're good. Come on, attach properly. There we go. And since this is a 1,200 item per minute line, I don't have to deal with any mergers or splitters or product balancing at all. I gotta remember that this is a 600 item. You guys will help me remember that this is 600 items per minute. Don't let me forget. I'm gonna forget. Either way. but I'm going to hold you guys accountable. We're going to come back to here, and then we're going to jump up. Out wherever 7 is, and now we can start using our blueprints for the conveyors. New World, Sam, welcome to the street. Oh, wait, Wrestler Dog and Sam are the same. Yes. Well, it's the one I was playing on last night. Actually, it's the one I've been live streaming all along. So I've done all the bauxite, all the SAM ore, all the Caterium. Now we're doing copper. Same world, more resources, more exploitation. The name of this game is to exploit as much as you can for all of this planet's resources. Basically, we're the bad guys in Avatar. Run some strange alien planet, and we could care less about the natives. We're just taking every resource that's out here. However, they are just creatures. It's not like there's intelligent life here. And that even accounts for me being on the planet. No intelligence here. Golden Fields. I haven't seen the new Avatar yet to see. I enjoyed the first one was just a spectacle, like you would believe, like a visualization of it, and concept was amazing. The second one was really good and kind of continued that legacy of graphical amazement. But the third one, I think it's just been too soon, and I don't know if there's been enough advancement to really be anything different than what it already is, but I'm only speculating because I haven't seen it, so. Okay, back to the map now as we look for our copper nodes. Those ones are all good, so the next ones are basically like over in this area. Let's do a quick scan and see if we can find them. $400 meters. I feel like there should be 2 nodes though. Yeah, we're only coming to the first one. Well, that's it right here. And this is an impure node. There's only 13 impure nodes as well, so actually kind of strange that we would run across this here. Okay, that guy's got to go. You're in my build way. Zoink. Here, let me grab your guts. Thank you. I have your entrails, they're mine, and we are clear of that build infrastructure above us. Okay, I kind of want to find where the other copper is. It's got to be like close, like right around here somewhere. Here we go. Oh, it's tucked in right beside this other little miner that we got going here. Okay, that's already going to be overclocked, and it's a normal node, so 600 items per minute on this line. Now, do we run that over, or do we run this straight up? Looks like we're going to run straight up and then over to that line to be able to connect it all. I feel like this tree is in my way. Oh, I totally flubbed dropping that. Still did the trick, but that was not a good throw. My Pioneer is not a star quarterback. Zoop, and we are going to miss that one. That's good. Okay, we're going to be dealing with some like mergers and splitters as we get these two lines all rigged up. Because by the time I get that 300 stack up and over, that's going to be 900 coming off of there. And then this is another 600. We're at 1500. So we're going to have to do some balancing on that. Just going to bring this one all the way up. No rhyme or reason as to the foundations. They're just everywhere. Make it easier to get the conveyors going from one side of the map to the other. And we just gotta clip that together there, and we have that line in. We're gonna put this one in first because that's gonna be our first little merge step. Yes. I did not put that in the right spot. Alrighty. 300 items per minute. Yay for us, I guess. I guess it's that much closer. What did I say was 55 nodes in total of copper that we've got to gather. And we're a little over a third of the way through so far. Okay, I gotta label this one. Just to keep it in the back of my mind. This is 300 items per minute on this line. 300 IPM of the copper. Do you isolate bus highway by type, or do you mix the belts? Each row is isolated by its own type. So I end up stacking. I'm going to stack all the belts on top of each other. So I have like one row that is bauxite. I have one row that is SAM ore. I've got one row that is Caterium ore. And then this is the copper. And then I kind of keep a small little, once I get towards the end, I make sure they're all stacked on top of each other. But while we're gathering all the parts together, any conveyor that isn't a full 1200 items per minute, it kind of runs beside it. So it's kind of easier to build for doing conveyor merges and priority merges and stuff to make sure that everything all lines up. You're going to see that as we run up in here once I get over to the central highway with all this stuff on this end of the map here. So speaking of priority mergers, we are going to throw one right here. Too high. And we're going to come to this point and up. And let's grab our blueprints. I want my too high conveyor blueprint. Make sure that clips. Use the blueprints where you can, when you can. I think it's once I get these lines put in line, I'm going to have to reload or build the blueprint designer again and add to it because I've only went to 13 high on my conveyor stack. And eventually we've got to be 30 high on this, but I'm not going to build that all at once. Like I'll do it in chunks. How close are we? Room for one more. Yep, room for one more for me anyway. Okay, so this is our, let's throw some throughput monitors on this. 600 items, 300 items, 900 items. I'm going to label this as well too, because nothing's running right now. Not until it's done building. 900 items per minute. And then we can continue this line down. Blueprints. How close? That's probably close enough for right now. While I bring this other line up. Does that look like that lines up? I think that looks like it lines up. I think it does. Yeah, it's pretty close. If not, I'll just tear it out and redo it. Oh, you know what? I actually need to build this back a little bit because I got to have room to throw my mergers and splitters and all that kind of stuff up. So we're actually going to go up from this point. So I am going to tear this out. That is in the wrong spot. Slow down, it will build faster. You need to pay attention. reminder for some coffee. Some of my earlier builds, probably in update 8 before release, I went all like fancy with my belt highway through the middle of the map. It was all like, had like this hexagon shape to it, windows all through the side of it. I used signs for lighting and stuff, but that was before they kind of fixed lighting with signs, and I had so many signs on the map that it completely tanked my game. Like, it was so brutal. Like, I would drop down to like 12 frames per second. Like, it was just pretty much nearly unplayable. So I ended up having to load the save into Satisfactory Calculator, and then I deleted all the signs out of the game and then reloaded it, and it was like 100 times better. I was back up over like 100 frames per second. Like, it was huge difference. Okay, I'm gonna, I could throw one full conveyor length down, and then I gotta label this. So now I don't worry about the fanciness of it. I'm going for function over form. I mean, I look at some of the builds that some of the other guys are doing, like Bits builds, and who else do I follow on? I mean, definitely, I can't compare to like Let's Game It Out, but his just kind of go, his build, man, if there was the ultimate spaghetti, that was definitely it. Let's just make this a little wire. So, yeah, I'm Kibitz I follow, Total Eclipse I follow, and then Bits I follow as well. And some of their builds, like, visually are stunning, like absolutely stunning. Kudos to them for taking the time to do all of that extra work. For me, it's all about symmetry and functionality and efficiency, not how pretty it looks. One day, maybe I'll do like another playthrough in the future where every single factory I build will be tied into some type of build theme. The patience to come up with some of the designs. I mean, I can do it in Minecraft. I can build some ridiculous things in Minecraft. I don't know if you've ever gone back to any of my older videos that I've done in Minecraft. I'm gonna say I'm definitely not the best builder out there by any stretch of the imagination, but I've built some pretty nice things. I kind of know how to build some structures and make it. I tend to always build in like a medieval theme in Minecraft, and I did try some mod. One of them. I was on an survival Minecraft server that I was on, an SMP, and I built a geodome. So it was the first time I actually like dove into like a modern type build theme, and I spent the entire time, like, I built this massive glass dome over where the factory was. Everything inside there was green, and then I completely took out all shrubbery, trees, dirt, everything. I took everything down to the stone, and I want to say it was like 2,000 blocks in every direction from the dome that I turned into this wasteland, and then I covered it all in mycelium. I don't know if you guys have played Minecraft or you know what I'm talking about for these products, but I covered everything in mycelium, and it had this kind of like dead planet area. And anytime that there was like a pond or water or anything like that, I don't know if there's a trick that you can build with layering glass, that you do like a layer of glass and then a space and then another layer of glass. And if you color that glass, you end up with this like really amazing fog effect happening for like ponds and swamps and lakes and rivers and stuff like that. So I did that through, it was the first time I did a modern build. So it looked like this geodome was in the middle of this massive toxic wasteland. And inside one of the, I know the playlists are in there. It was, they're on my channel. You can basically, you'll see the thumbnails with the geodomes in it and stuff. But the whole geodome had like everything all built into it. It was all modern themed and everything. And then inside some of these glass fogged, lakes and stuff that I had built, I did like these massive monster skeletons that were all stuck in them. Like they had crawled into these pits and died at some point. It actually really was a fun build to do. Okay, I need to priority merge this again. We are got to delete this. Priority is on the input line. Did I prioritize this one down here? Let me just double check. You always prioritize the belt that has the most product on it. There we go. So my 600 line is prioritized. Anytime it calls for 300, it's available. It will anyway. It always will. Like it's never really going to run out. Where you run into issues is like when you're starting to merge and balance out belts as you're getting close to that. The items are at like 1,000 or 1,100 items per minute and getting enough product going in. That's where you start running to some issues. So this is 900 going in here, and then I'm going to put my splitter. To put the smart splitter right here. No, I'm not. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put it here, but down lower. I'm going to put it right here. This line is eddy. This line is overflow. So we will now conveyor this. Just like that, out to about here, and then up. And then I'm going to clip this right here. Grab the conveyor pole. It's on this line. We're stepping out 2, 3. And you are going right there. Okay, now we got to throw some throughput monitors on this. So that is 600 in. That's going to be 300 going that way. That's 300. This is 900 going in, 1,200 coming out. And we are going to label this probably on this side. As 300 items per minute. Basically how that's going to work out. Parts is what I want, copper. Okay, back to the map. Copper. Everything here is looking kind of accounted for, so we've got the 4 nodes. I guess the next one is going to be this one right here. I believe it's a normal node there, so we'll be able to merge that into this one. I'm going to say it's... Well, I'm not even going to speculate. It's going to be somewhere in this area, I think. That's accounted for. That's accounted for. Those are all the accounted for. Where's the other one? It's a real long ways to have to move that. There we go. It's 600 meters. kind of a line on its own. Like it's just kind of out here. But there's nothing else that really kind of lines up with it. I guess unless I could bring it over this way on this line when we... It's really half a dozen one, 6 to another on where that goes. Where did it go? That one right there. Oh, it looks like we got some logging to do. Just get rid of a few trees. And hopefully you guys are laying in bed at night and it's dark. Flashbang! Yeah, my chatbot doesn't seem to be working tonight. What's going on there? Commands. Let's try that and see if chatbot... I haven't seen chatbot say or do anything. Let me load my Streamlabs and see if I'm signed in. Oh yeah, it's working. It's doing its thing. It's just taking its sweet ass time. Dashboard. Oh, and I think I'm going to have to dig this one out of the way. It's going to be in the way of some foundation placing. Man, there's a lot of coal in that little shard that's sticking out of the ground. There's 89 coal in that. Production, Mark III miner. Yeah, I didn't need that row. Put that one back. And we will go vertical from here if my... There we go. Ah, we got a big freaking tree in the way. Not to mention, there's a big pillar in the way, too. Okay, we're going to design this a little differently. We're going to spin this to be facing this way. That should get the pillar out of the way, and then we're just catching kind of the edge of the tree, and I don't have to go quite as high with it. A little bit more. Perfect. As perfect as I'm going to make it anyway. Nope. That's not anywhere near long enough to do that without throwing another conveyor hole down here. And we need to overclock that up. 600 items per minute. We will label this. I'm just going to throw the label here on the corner. 600 items per. Copper, 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 copper. More copper, please. I want all the copper. Yeah, that wasn't enough foundation to put that out there. We can do 2 rounds this side, though. We're gonna go to that line way over there. We're moving this coal or this copper a bit of a distance here. I probably would have been better off moving it the other direction to tie it in with the other lines. They're going to be building out that way. Is that oil or is that water? I think this is... Oh, it's a water geyser or a water node. More coffee. More coffee, please. Quick reminder, everybody, reach down, hit that like button on the video. Subscribe if you are new to the channel. Ring the notification bell so you can be notified when we's are live or when I've uploaded a new video. If you are just recently joined, I'm currently working at gathering all of the coal in-game. It's funny, the title kind of explains that in itself. Coal, did I say coal? I meant copper. All of the copper in-game. Because I'm going to convert it all into bauxite with the handy dandy little converters and some reanimated SAM so that I can convert it all into aluminum. And then the alumina solution will get converted into scrap aluminum, and the scrap aluminum will get converted into aluminum ingots, and the aluminum ingots will get converted into aluminum steel beams. And those beams will get manufactured into steel screws. We are removing the restriction of the world count of summer sloop. There is actually only, I think it's like 102 or 104 summer sloop available in the world. I am ignoring that and I'm spawning in summer sloop as I need it for my builds. So that we can get to a point where we're making a ridiculous amount of screws. When I actually start the screw factory, I'm going to get a billboard done in game here that's going to monitor the screw output. And we'll keep a running total of all the screws being built. Right now, we just have a to-do list of gathering raw resources. It's mainly kind of what we're living off of right now. Because there is a ton of raw materials that need to go into doing a project this massive. So far, I have gathered all of the natural bauxite on the planet. I've gathered all of the SAM ore and manufactured that into reanimated SAM. I have gathered all of the Caterium, and I've ran the Caterium through converters to get me even more bauxite. In fact, converting Caterium into bauxite produces more bauxite ore than what the world naturally has available to it. So we've more than doubled our alumina solution production just off of farm and bauxite and doing conversions with Caterium and now copper. Copper, there's a recipe for copper as well too that you can convert to Caterium. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think there's another recipe where you can convert something else. I want to say it might be quartz into Caterium using the converter. And then you could turn that Caterium into bauxite, and then you could turn that bauxite into more aluminum. But I just don't know how much reanimated SAM I have available for that. I'm gonna get all the copper done first before I start doing that, because it's gonna require more. Like I'm capped. The most, I'm making the most reanimated SAM I can. That's 5,100 per minute of reanimated SAM. That's all I can do. There's no more SAM ore. There's no way that I can make more SAM ore. I don't even think there's a way I can convert SAM ore. I'm going to look that up on the wiki here right now. Let me grab the Satisfactory wiki. SAM ore. So naturally there is 10,200 SAM ore. That makes 5,100 reanimated SAM. And there are 0 recipes anywhere to be able to get more SAM ore from something. So that's something. It is what it is. Okay, I believe this one needs to be a 3 high. Priority merger right here. But it's on the 3rd conveyor going up. And because the priority line, this one here is the line that's 600 items per minute. I'm going to make it, it's got the most materials, so it's going to be the priority line. And let's just run that in there. Now there isn't enough room there to throw a throughput monitor on that, which kind of sucks a little bit, but it is what it is. I feel like that didn't connect right. There we go. I can throw a throughput monitor down here, though, to at least monitor its input level. And then we are going to label this. I'm going to label it right now anyway, because I don't want to forget to do it. Of 900 items per minute of parts, copper, select. Might not be a high enough sign, but now we're going to use our blueprints to move those conveyors over. Okay, let's look at our mini map here real quick, though. Copper ore. From where I'm working now, it looks like the next 2 nodes are like directly straight in front of us. Nothing else looks like it's going to be a conflict there at all. Yeah, that one was a pretty long stretch that we brought that over, but it is what it is. All right, blueprint designer, blueprints. I need my 3 high conveyor system. Oh yeah, it is all connecting properly. It didn't look like it was trying to connect to the splitter, and I'm like, there shouldn't be a connection going to that. Oh, this just before the blueprint designer was this big, and before you could actually like connect conveyors together with the blueprints. I used to do these lines, 1 conveyor pull at a time. And when you're dealing with iron, for instance, Iron is 92,000 ore. It was 76 conveyors that you're dealing with. Fortunately, that was recently, so I was able to use blueprint designing in that. How close are we to our... Well, we're right here. Does that mean I have room for another one? Let's just see if we can fit one more in here. You know what? We can. Look at that. I'm happy with that. This line will manually do. Logistics. Oh, come on now. Okay, that's 3. Now, how far did we say we had to go? Copper. I think it's going to be in this tree cluster. $300 meters. Oh, that's showing as 3 nodes right here. I thought it was only 2 on the map, but we could be wrong. Okay, we're really close. Really close. 1, 2. I'm going to hit this again. 1, 2. There is 3 here. Okay, let me look at the mini-map. Copper. We're going to zoom in on this. Oh, there is. Look at that. They were just stacked on top of each other. You couldn't see it very well. So we got 3 nodes in here we got to deal with. Let's do a little tree trimming here first so we can kind of see where everything is. A little bit of clear cutting. And a little present for you. I wish the nuke did have like a little further destructive distance. Ready for a flashbang? Nuke! I didn't clear out near as many trees as I wanted to. Wee bit of radiation here though. Hey buddy, you can have that. Unfortunately, you can't take out these big trees. I would love to just... How did you not... Or are you a second one? I feel like one nuke should have taken you out. I'm just looking to see if there's another piece of bits here. Some entrails we could have picked up from. But I don't see... I can't believe he survived a nuke blast. Maybe we'll come across it as we build here, but I don't see any other entrails. And I mean, I stuck the first one right on its back. Like, there's no way it should have survived. Oh well, it is what it is. It's not like I need them. Okay, so let's 3-bang this out here. I got a zoop. I believe this was a pure node. Vertical up on this a little bit. And was that? Yes, it was a pure node. Perfect. Okay, you are a pure node. Oh, all three of these are pure nodes. Well, that's kind of handy, I guess. Okay, where is this going to land? We're going to throw this miner is right here with a vertical build up there. You're going to go there. We're going to have some clipping. No, we're not. We're going to do it like this. Foundation. We're going to put a half foundation right here. And then switch to this one. Kinda. Seriously, are you not going to let me stick that on top of that? There. What a lot of work it was to put that down. We're going to go this way. This is going to go like this. And this is going to tee in straight across. And because these are all pure nodes, I don't have to worry about mergers or any of that kind of crap. And then from here, we're going to convert up. Perfect. Bringing it out a little bit so it's easier to kind of deal with 3 conveyors that are going to be coming up this way. Make sure that I am high enough too that when I bring the 3 bottom parts of the conveyor down, the conveyor elevators, that they don't end up colliding with the conveyor hole or the foundation. This one, these ones we only need to do the 1 conveyor hole because it's just a short stroke on the elevator. So we don't have to worry about it not reaching all the way. However, the trees are annoying. I got enough room for the belt there? I do. Overclocked and loaded. Okay, next. You're overclocked. Okay, where do we want to build this to? You can connect. You're fine like that. And then we get to step this up for the other line that's there. That's coming. Let's start with the bottom line. I know I can switch the direction of the conveyors and stuff. It's just... I want to try to keep them all... When I'm building, always start from the same position so that I don't... When I start building, like, larger sections later, I'm not constantly switching back and forth between the various types of directional building. I don't know if that makes sense. Okay, so that is 3,600 right there that we've got taken care of. This little short run, I'm not going to use the blueprints for laying these conveyors just because they're... We've only got to go like 12, 14 blocks. It's nothing huge. And then this needs to turn... And then we're going to have some conveyor step-ups happening with the other lines that we're bringing along with us. Okay, got to sit up here. Let me just mute the mic for a second. Oh my God, I've been on mute I've been talking. How long ago did I mute? You know what? When I moved my chair and I sat up. That's amazing. Thank you for grabbing that. I've been talking to myself for probably 10, 15 minutes on mute. Man. Just when you think you're getting kind of reasonable at this, you know, keeping everybody engaged, you go and do some dumbass move like that. That's what happened to my brain right there. I don't recall. I was reading and noticed it was really... Yeah, thanks. Yeah. It's when I sat and adjusted because I muted because I had to move the mic arm, and I know it can be loud to move the mic arm, and I didn't want to kill your guys' ears. Just goes to show, even if you've been doing this for a bit, you still make dumbass mistakes. Oh well. I'll bounce back. It's not the end of the world much. I'll just cut out when I go to put this... When the VOD goes live on the channel, I'll just delete out that 15 whatever minute, 10-minute segment. Or had the dumbass mic muted. Okay, I think that's kind of as far as we can go with the blueprints here. And we gotta go too wide now with the single foundation so that I can come out with 6 conveyor holes. And I screwed up the last one. And that one's not in the right spot either because I'm clicking too fast. Okay. Let's throw some elevators in here. Get everything all stacked up. Nice, that's too high. Clickety click click. I'm so glad they make that little chirp when you have them connected so you know you're not just randomly putting some conveyor down and it's not quite connected. And you end up with a dead line thinking that you had everything hooked up properly. Every once in a while it does that chirp though and it's not still connected. You gotta make sure that it changes its shape properly. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, I have to go 5 high with the stack of poles. Again, I still don't think that should be called a conveyor pole. I think it should be called a conveyor scaffold. Because it's not a pole. Conveyor riser would be fine. I'd be fine with riser. I think that would be an acceptable name. Anything other than conveyor pole. It's not a pole. Oh, I so didn't put that in the right spot. Just about had some crossed spaghetti lines. Okay, I gotta still remember that top line is 900 items per minute. Where are we at here? Blueprints. 6-high conveyor. Right there. I think I might be able to get 2 more runs in. Yes, yes, yes. Before it starts interfering. Perfect. Okay, now. That's got to go this way. That's going to go this way. This way. This way. Chris, if you're still here on the Central Highway, this is how I've got my 1 row of bauxite. This is my temporary bauxite line that I do any of the mergers and stuff with. It will get moved to the top of this one once we get to the end. We've got our Caterium line here. Later on, we run into some SAM ore. And this is my partial Caterium line. Why do you look really full? Why do you look so full you shouldn't be? Oh, you know. Yeah, wait, no. Something's not right here. You are pulling a 600 items. Why is that conveyor so full? Because it's merging and it's only requesting 300 items and then 300 of it goes to overflow. Okay, I think it's working fine. Nothing's getting hung up in the... Where am I? In the miner for it. It's, it wasn't like capped out and stalling at the miner, so it's only... It's running the speed it needs to be. It caught me off guard that it wasn't a full line. Oh, that's the copper anyway. This one? This one. I got totally turned around and didn't realize where I was. Now that I've emptied this, it should just stay empty because it's just pulling 600 items. I just kind of expected a gap in the conveyor belt. But I know that as far as Caterium's going, we're using like mathematically it worked out to what the map says there is. So it's not like I'm starving out on any lines. I gotta clean out some of my inventory. I think I've got a bunch of like goo that I'm carrying around that I don't need to be carrying around. Like all this excess Caterium. I don't need to be carrying that in my inventory. We'll get rid of that copper too. That can go. This little chunk of coal can go. Okay, I gotta move some foundations around. Oh, you know what? Let's go do this one first. Get it claimed and get it in the pool. Because I'm gonna have to deal with it as a product here anyway. Figure out the logistics as we go. Why are you not connecting to anything? There we go. 600 items per minute. That is very inconvenient considering we got 900 coming from there and another blip coming from here. Okay, we'll cross that bridge as we get there. You're just not sure what that bridge is going to look like yet. I'm mentally trying to run it through my head how I'm going to get that all set up. Okay, you are running at max speed. I gotta label this. Just gonna grab a sign. 600 items per minute of copper ore. Okay, I'm going to bring these other conveyors up so I can kind of plan this out as we go. And I have to double check because I've already forgotten what my partial line is that's coming up with this. Oh, the conveyors are still a ways back. I got a lot of work to get that stuff up this way. We got lots of logistic work to do. Not to mention, we've got to move some conveyors around a bit and... Well, at least the label should be relatively close here. $600, okay. Okay, so if I move the 600 line over, we merge that, put it in line as the bottom line, then I can just take that top line from the other side, and that will continue on as the partial line. Okay, I got a plan. I got a plan. It's gonna work. Everything's all right with the world. At least we're gonna pretend it's all right. Production, no, blueprint. I think I need my 10 high for this one. That doesn't connect. There we go. That connects. It is 10 high. The animation for building these takes forever too. So there's something with the Mark 6 conveyors that it takes so long for them to build. Do I have room? No, I'm not going to deal with that right now. I'm going to... We got to move this over so that it's running on this line. And we have to jump it up over. Oh, there's so much we got to do to make this work. Okay. First things first is we're going to have to... We're going to have to jump this. Oh, this is going to be a logistical nightmare. So we got to go up 9 conveyors here. Like so, and then we got to do this. We got to have 10 of these little elevators. Ugh. That's 2, 3, 4. That one's off center because I'm an idiot. Oh, they're all off center because I'm an idiot. Starting right from this. There. Let's try this again. Three. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. So now I can delete all these out. With hopefully not deleting out one of the little elevator lifts. Logistically, this is kind of gross. Because now we got to do the same thing on this side. To bring it back down again. And these ones I do have to reverse the flow so I don't inadvertently stick them the wrong way. That's too high. What are we at? 4? And you know, this is only going to get like worse as we go. The more products that we end up adding to this freeway, I might have to add like a... Oh, I don't know. I'll cross that bridge. We'll deal with it. If anything, it looks cool that we're doing this. How many is that? 1, 2, 3. No, let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna do 2 more. 9. 10. And then we delete out the poles. It just looks cleaner without all the poles in there. Not to mention you're gonna struggle. If you leave these poles in here, you're gonna struggle getting conveyors to connect to things. Because they'll connect to the pole rather than to the belt feed. And you'll be wondering, why my system's not working? Why are the products not going beyond a certain point? And it's because you've inadvertently connected to a pole that's not actually connected to the production line. I actually think I can get rid of this whole tower as well. And this whole tower. Because I'm pretty sure we can just go straight across at these. Okay, it looks like something. Oh, frick. Now we've got to... Okay, there's something else I gotta look at. So if we are calling, we're gonna say this is the line that we're coming in on. We're gonna step over to and bring this all the way up. Delete the top one. And now we are connecting these. Because we're going to make a stupid little turn here. Yeah, we're also going to turn this line like so, and then it's going to turn this way. And we're going to do a bunny hop on this as well. You know what? I want to just fix this conveyor. It just looks cleaner when the conveyor belt goes like right inside the elevator. Okay, the 600 item per minute line is done. And so are the, well, the 1200. I still got another turn I gotta do. All this to hop it over some deuterium that's flowing by here. Excellent. Okay, so now we just got this one other little turn we got to do. So if we take this, come back to right there, spin this belt around, connect away. Exactly how I envisioned it. Yes, no, I don't know. Okay, 10 full conveyors, 1 partial. Made the turn, hopped over the 1 conveyor line. I think that looks pretty clean. It's organized, there's no clipping. I can live with that. Gonna run this line all the way down now. And we get to do that again once we connect to... Once we step out to allow for the line of SAM ore that's running along the highway. I guess ultimately what I should have done is just built the inner highway as just 2 foundations wide for each of the products. It just would have been really wide with all the products that we're dealing with. Quick reminder, everybody, reach down, hit the like button on the video, subscribe if you're new to the channel, ring the notification bell as we take a little Java break. Okay, so because we have another partial line coming here, you know what? I think this is okay. I think we can... We're going to priority merge. They're both 600 lines, so it really doesn't matter which one's priority. We're just going to do that. Because this is 600 items per. And those 6 lines... What it is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them are full lines. We're going to shoot one of them over. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 are all going to drop down. And then this one, where is 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is this line. So can I get a, yes. You're going to go all the way across. Well, no, I'm going to have a 10 line as an interference here. Okay, never mind. What are we going to do? We're going to go put this in. This is going to be like that. The first conveyor is going to come up right. So does that work if I do it like this? Is that a 90-degree turn? Yep. What's the best way to deal with this then? Because this line is... You know what? We're going to bring this up as an elevator and then shoot it over. That's how we're going to make that work. And then this is going to be the 6 new lines. 2, 3, or 5 new lines. I can make this work. This can work. This can work. What I want, let's put these down first. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Change direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we just change this to straight conveyor. That didn't fit. That's fine. This one can be straight conveyor into here, though. You're straight conveyor. You're straight. And you're not long enough. You gotta be freaking kidding me. Okay, let's zoop this. Oh, there is no zoop for the under conveyor mounts. But this needs to be converted to a default conveyor now. Because it will connect. Should line up. Oh, it doesn't. Maybe I can get away with that. Come on. Connect. Straight conveyor on this one. And then in. Yeah, it's a lot of work. What are the chances I can get that to like go back just one more? If I'm gonna put this here. I'm gonna delete this. I'm gonna put this here. And then I'm gonna put this back. Then I'm gonna delete this. And then I'm gonna reconnect everything down here because I just broke it all. Wait, what? What did I do? Oh yeah, never mind. It's okay. I'm gonna just get rid of this because it visually doesn't need to be there. And default. So the reason why I did this is I want to be able to have these conveyors like right snug against each other. And the little conveyor holes are hard to tie into with the poles. Okay, I gotta quit running into that. It keeps knocking me out of flight mode. How many is that we've done now? 4 of the 10. Five. 6. 7. 8. 9, and this should be number 10. Sorry. And what are we going to do at this end? Just going to put up this. I think I can get rid of all of the conveyors, scaffolding, conveyor risers. I'm going to call them risers from now on. I'm going to forget that word later on, but you can remind me to keep calling it risers because it's not a pole. Okay, this is taking a lot As we get more and more conveyors added, the logistics is taking a lot more to manage. Okay, so you are number 1. You're going to go right to there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and then we are coming up with this one. We're on default build mode. 16. And we are going to go with and those clipped together. Amazing. You know what? Because it doesn't need to be priority. I bet you that's why that Caterium line is. Because it doesn't need to be priority. It doesn't need to be. They're both 600 items per minute, those two feed lines. So it's only when you have one line that's more than the other. All right, what does that look like? We've got, oh, we got to connect it at this end. We are not connected here. Is that, I wonder if that conveyor, yeah, that conveyor should reach. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and did I label this one? I didn't. Let's do that right away before we forget. 900 items per minute of copper. We're up over 20,000. What a nightmare that was to build and logistically. And you know what? We get to do that little twisty turn thing again right up here because this is where our SAM ore comes into play. And we are turning and hopping. Ugh. 16 conveyors. That's gross. $600, $600, $1,200. Oh, you know what we do need to do, though, is I need to throw out my blueprint designer here and build some more conveyor assemblies. Let's build out this way now. Blueprint designer. And we're going to load logistics. What is the biggest one we've got? It's 13. We'll make, I think we'll go all the way up to 20. Oh, we'll go as high as this will let us. So that is 14. Save. Set directory. Undefined. Did it put it into logistics? Oh yeah, it is there. Okay, there is no undefined. 14 is in the right spot. Okay, we're good. So we'll do 15 now. We're going to label this 15. We're going to save the blueprint. Then we're going to set the directory. We're going to edit this. We're going to drag this into logistics under Mark 6 conveyors. Cancel, apply changes, close, and close. You wish to continue? Yes, I do wish to continue. 16. Save blueprint, set the directory, edit the directories, drag it into logistics, done, apply changes, close, close, confirm. So many buttons. Delete 17 high, save blueprint, set directory, no, I need to edit, and then we're going to go to logistics. No, we're going to drag it over. Do all the steps in the right order. Cancel, close, confirm, we want to continue. Number 18. Save the blueprint, set the directory, edit the directory structure, drag it to logistics, release it, and apply changes, close, close, confirm. So many steps. This is number 19. Delete. 19. Save blueprint. And set the directory. Edit. Drag. Logistics. Done. Apply. You think they'd streamline that just a little bit more? High conveyor. But what are we doing? We are saving the blueprint, setting the directory, editing the directory, dragging the directory to... Is that it? You can only have 15, 18 per... add another subcategory. Mark 620 plus. Mark 620 plus conveyors. Apply. We're going to edit again. Undefined. We are dragging. That didn't work. Dragging. Oh, we're not in edit mode. There we go. 20 plus. The fact that we had to create a, like, you only have 18 per subcategory, kind of lame. This would be 21 if I select the right window. Wait, why didn't those edit? Undefined. 1, 2. Did I not apply the change? I must not have applied the changes. Apparently, I'm an idiot still. Also the hardest on myself. Wonder how easy it's going to be, like, manipulating and building with these crazy high. Nope, I don't want that. Cancel. I want to set the directory. How many more am I going to get here? I don't think it's going to be enough to, like, 30 is what I got to get to. But I think I might only be able to get one more. 24. 24 might be our maximum. We'll try for 25, but I'm pretty sure that ain't gonna happen. 24. Save blueprint, set the directory, editing the directory, apply. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is gonna be like, oh. 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 Nope. Lets me put the elevator down, but it wouldn't let me put, or the riser down, but it wouldn't let me put the frickin' conveyor on it. It was just too tall of a build. Well, I guess then the last is just what it is. Clear the blueprint. And let's get rid of this. And all of this goodies. Okay, from where I'm standing here on the mini-map, let's have a look at where our copper is. Now, we're still going to be traveling a little ways more to the west before we grab more. So I got to deal with this whole cluster here. Got to deal with that tonight. I don't want that to be the start of the next stream, is dealing with that crap. With that said, that's the last time we have to, like, travel around a corner. Is it this one? Because this is the last product that we have to go around. The last one that got combined to do our infrastructure. And I think that's probably close enough to now until I figure out what this crap storm is going to look like. Oh, well, here's an interesting little conundrum. This conveyor line is going to run directly into an input line. Well, I mean, I've hopped over other things before. And that is a conveyor hole, so I can put this here. And we'll just hop over that. It's not like we haven't been doing it all along anyway. Little bit of deforestation. Flashbang for all who are ready. Yeah, that's probably enough foundation. Oh no, a little bit more foundation work we're going to do, and then we'll start. Oh no, I think we're okay. I think that's all the foundation we got to do for right now anyway. All right. I've been putting off the dreaded 90-degree turn we got to make here. So we're going to just do a single little hop over this. We'll see how ugly this is going to get. And we got to do this for like 16 conveyors worth. I'm just going to crank this up for right now until we get this all counted out. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Okay. At least with this, it's not all dealing with the elevators, because it's just so much more work to do that. To hop them over. But when we're just jumping one conveyor, there's no point going through all that, because that's just... That's a make-work project is what that is. And trust me, I have enough of them in this whole build process. I don't need to add more to my to-do list than what I'm already dealing with. That did not connect to the right spot. Nope, I knew it. Okay, so the next thing we got to deal with is then this corner. So it's going to come down to here, and we're going to step into... Okay, that should be just like so. I don't know why I was dreading this. This isn't so bad. We're in good shape. It's not as ugly looking of a build as what the last little chunk was, so. How many more do we got to go? 3? 3 more risers. All right, that's some headway. And then we're going to do the exact same thing, but right here. We're going to bump 2. Oh, son of a tall terrace. Welcome to the stream.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
Pretty sure I just shat myself. Thanks for that. Again, you're up late again. What's the dealio? Don't you start work at like 6 now? Working those 10s? Or did you have to get up and let the dog out? Okie dokie, corners made. We're gonna do this line now. Comes to here and turns corner, comes to here and turns corner, comes to here and then has to hop over. Oh, Frog, you're here too. He doesn't sleep anyway. 6:30-ish. Sorry, 6:30 to 5 is what you're doing. Yeah. Just as long as you don't, like, saw your hand off or something. We are 16 high conveyor for this, aren't we? Blueprint. Okay, here we go. Trying to build with the 16 high blueprint. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah. That kind of worked. Let me make sure it's connected. There we go. And come back. That's connected. We'll get one more run in. Okay, and I don't have enough room to do this last bit, so I got to manually pull these ones across. Buildy. Okay, we have successfully turned the corner. So this is basically the line that this ends up running now until we get down to where we'll build the factory. Uh-oh, Raggy. Uh-oh, Raggy. Why? Oh, I didn't finish. Why did I not finish this? Apparently dumb. I didn't build this whole section to connect to that. I think this is still the 10 high conveyor here. Yeah, it is. Nudge it back. Connect. I don't think I can get all those to connect, but we can get some of them. Some of them will connect, and then I can just manually run in these other ones. Like so. If I can connect the conveyor properly. Man, I suck. Okay, there we go. That should be all 16 of those conveyors and our 900 line hooked up. What a lot of work. Totally ridiculous. Don't forget to reach down and hit that like button on the video. Subscribe if you are new to the channel. Ring the notification bell to be notified when I upload. Oh, Frog, you didn't get your welcome. Here
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
I gave it to Tall, but I didn't give it to you. My brain went. Okay. Map time and looking at our copper ingots. We've got one to the north of us and one directly to... So I want to say it's right around... this point. We'll head out this way. Boing. Oh, I'm even tracking. I don't even know if that was the right material. I guess it was. Okay, it says it's... Oh, it's nicely, conveniently right here. Oh, those are some nasties. Here. I got a present for you. And I got a present for you. And is it dark where you guys are? Flashbang! And I'll pick up your entrails. And I'll pick up your entrails. Thank you very much. I think we'll build it out this way. Production Mark III, spin this bad boy around. And it is a crappy impure node, so it's only 300 items per minute. Just gonna head straight south from here, and I'll bring that line straight over for it. I'll see if there's another impure node. Wait, we only need an impure node to combine with the one that's here. Oh, I think this will actually... Oh, I just hopped off my line. Eyeball that. Does that look straight? Does that look straight? Or does that look straight? That one? Or that one? Let's zoop. That. Or that. I think it's this one. We're going to say it's this one, and hopefully it works. With that 300 line, we'll connect with our 900 line, get us another full conveyor hat. You see that? I I feel like that's not lined up. It's so not. And based off of where I've got that conveyor spout is, I've got to make sure that it's lined up on this one. I got to move one more to the west. West? East. Me not smart in my build placements. Wonder if there's like a coordinates thing that you could turn on to make sure you're on the right grid line. We're gonna do some logging, the more clear cutting. And a little flashbang for you. So this will give us 17 full conveyors. 20,400 copper of the like 30, almost 37,000. I don't think that's... I think that might be too long. Yeah, it is too long of a run. Another conveyor hole, please. Hello. It's the right key on the keyboard. We are overclocked successfully. And because the 900 line is the priority, or the faster line, we have to make sure that it's set up on the priority merger as the priority line. And that it only pulls from the 300 when it needs to fill the gaps. The greatest little merger or tool that they've added was that priority merger for helping to streamline conveyor belt balancing. Okay, so we are going with logistics. We're going priority merger, heading in that direction. We are priority on this side. That's not going to clip, so we're just going to back up one foundation. We're going to throw a input monitor there. And this is another full line coming out. Input monitor, throughput monitor there. That's going to be 1,200 items per minute. It sucks that I got to deal with that. With these next two little items that we've got to jump over top of. Okay, so that is that. Or do I? Yes. I most definitely have to jump over this one. Why is that not zooping? There we go. And we'll come out one more. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, come on now. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Man, it's just so many conveyors. And this is going to get up to 30 high by the time we're done. Oh, why am I having such a hard time getting these to clip properly? I'm using default belts. Keep popping and skipping and jumping all over the place. Right to there. I think it's actually easier to rise up with the conveyor than it is to drop it down on like that other side for the natural motion of the mouse. I think I need to be not too close to it too. Blueprint 16 high. And this will connect perfectly. Like so. And then we're jumping up again right here. Hardly worth the effort of that last one. You know what? No, I don't want to tear all that out. Too much work. I was just thinking I could have left it at that height and come straight across. Actually, you know what? I am going to do that. We've already done the rise, so we could just jump this up and move on from there. We will just come up to this point. I need to come up 6 more. That'll be a 17 high conveyor now. And then we'll just shoot this straight across. Doesn't that make way more sense? And now we gotta do some serious planning on the next big batch of ore deposits here. Ugh, we're gonna hop another freaking conveyor over there. If it wasn't for the fact it would interrupt the production that's happening at the other end, I would totally just throw an elevator or a conveyor hole here and one like here and just drop this down and over. But if I interrupt this line, it's going to screw up production. There'll be a gap in there and it'll skip getting a bunch of product in there. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that guy. Cause an issue with my manufacturing later on down the line. That would totally suck. Oh, I didn't finish building this. I walked away before the job was done. Okay, map time and copper. Let's zoom, or we're zoomed out as much as we can go. We do have that copper node taken care of now. There is one more that's like directly in front of us. Where is that one gonna be? Right here. Oh, and it's a pure node. I can live with that. Dude, I'm sorry, but you cannot hang around here because I need to build some foundation here. Flashbang much? Let's not like stand right in ground zero. Where did his bore chunks go? Where are we at from here? We're going to build out this way. And this is overclocked. Double check that it stayed as overclocked. Shoot that this way. Logistics. You're going to drop right there. And you're going to come back up. After I blow up a tree. Where is that? That is right in line with this. And you're a full production line, so you're going to go just like that. Oh no, I gotta put the conveyor to hold down here first before I can elevator it down. Or I guess in this case, up. Connecty, and that is another line. We'll have to jump that up over. That'll get us to 18 full. It's coming together. That's 11 and 6. Actually, you know what? That's going to be 7 because I think we're 17 high down to here now. So you have to be 16 because you've also got the conveyor on the floor. Oh, let's not build that there. Let's at least line it up with this one. That all lines up, so... We'll do the outside edge first, because then you can actually zigzag back and forth with connecting all the conveyors. And I'll show you what that means here in a second. Because once you get the directions set on the lead conveyor section, then it won't change direction on you. That is not right. That was a straight across. Okay, so now we can just go this way and this way and this. If I can click on things the way I'm supposed to, it will work. But I'm not good enough. And it's definitely easier going from bottom up than trying to do this as you're coming down. That one was straight. Okay, I need my 17 high blueprint now, which is this one. Tall Terrace gambling, 10K. Do you win? You rolled a 60, you won. You are back up to 70K now. Good for you. Sam was on here earlier, mentioned how much you had lost the other night. Or you're up over 100K and then not anymore? Is this too close? Why does that not look like it's going to line up? There we go. Perfect. Oh, blueprints save so much time and effort and energy and headache. Okay, and that's about as far as we can take that line before we gotta rise it up here. But pretty much is as far as we can take it. We'll go right to here. No, I don't want to be that far away from it. We'll do the gap distance that it's supposed to be. And where do we want to take this to? Shall we just go wherever 7 takes us to? Right to there. 10 plus 7. 18 high conveyor. And now it's going to be figuring out, I think the next section is going to be a long run of conveyors that we got to do from the south end of the map again. I am foreseeing that in my very near future. I see much work and heartache and toil ahead of us. I totally missed a line in there. How the heck did that happen? Probably because I am zero paying attention, because this is a lot of back and forth weaving of conveyors. Kind of mind-numbing, monotonous work. We're getting quite the conveyor wall happening now, though. I did that whole little section without screwing it up. Look at me go. Map time. Okay, copper. You know, but we got a cluster of, what is that? Like 3 we could do if we come like straight down, kind of like through here. We can bring them from this way and this way. Okay, let's have a look and see where that lines up on the map. Map. No, I want to come over more. Is it like dead in line with this one? Map. Nope, we're gonna come over a little more. Map. You know what? We're gonna piggyback off this conveyor. This conveyor? This side of it. I don't know if this is going to be a smart thing or not, having it that close to the other conveyor, but we'll figure it out one way or another. Okay, let's grab our handy dandy little scan tool here. Ba-ding, ba-ding. Okay, there's one right there and one right there. I want to say this is like one of the little start areas, isn't it, here? Yeah, it is. You can start in this area because there's like a bunch of like pure iron nodes there, and a couple of copper nodes. And the other one is that way. Okay, where is that meeting up to east? Is that close enough? Or do we got to come just a little more? Oh, it looks like that's it right there in front of us. Nice. And then this should be just two nodes right close together here. That one and that one. And you know what? We're going to come up on this side of it. Right here. More logging. No more trees. We got some nubbins to get rid of here, though. That is a pure copper node. That is a pure copper node. That's very convenient. Production, Mark III miner, clip. Where's our line? Is that going to be okay like that? I think we're okay there. Mark III miner, and let's get these overclocked. $1,200 items per minute. 1,200 items per minute. Change that back to zoop. Change you back to vertical. Oh, we got a little bit more shrub in the way here. Nothing a quick little nuke won't take care of. Logistics. Conveyor hole. $1,200 items per. Too many foundations. $1,200. Overclocks are working. Sometimes I've gone through and I know I've overclocked an item, but for whatever reason it doesn't like save it, and it ends up disappearing. It didn't save the setting yet. You did add in the power shards and crank it up. You come back to it and the power shards are still there, but it didn't take the slider. settings, so I don't know. Not sure why it does that sometimes. And we'll elevate this. I do not need too high of those though. I only need okay, well, go bring over that other line in case it's not a pure node over there. I'm gonna like almost guarantee it's not a pure node. We've hit quite a few of them recently, so I'm thinking we gotta be getting close to our 13 maximum pure nodes. I'm gonna guess this is a normal node. Let's find out. We'll throw down a miner. Yoink. And oh, it's impure. 300 items per minute. Easy come, easy go. You rolled a 5 on that gamble and you lost what you just won. Alrighty, so that's 3 more nodes taken. Like, we're cruising right along here. We're making good time. What time is it now? It's 11:45. So these are basically going to be the last nodes that we can tie into the main pipeline, which is going to mean we got at least one more stream worth of gathering copper before I've got all the copper gathered up. I'm not sure if it'll be tomorrow night. Okay, we got to bring these ones over first. So make sure you got your notifications kind of clicked on and fired up for when I do fire it back up again. I'm going to try to get it tomorrow night, but I'm not going to make any guarantees. That should be good. And we are dropping this down like so. That is the wrong way. And reverse the direction. There we go. Hey, I need to label this before I forget. Organization. 300 items per minute. 9 p.m. Select icon, parts, and copper. Select icon. Done. We can delete this. And we'll just add that to there. And then Blueprint Designer 3 high conveyor is this one. Room for a couple more, I think. One more for sure. Yep, we could do one more. What is this going to look like? Yep, we're good for one more line. Done. Oh, are we? Why are you not zooping? You need to zoop. Ooh, getting late. Oh my goodness. We're getting there. I'd like to get these 3 conveyor lines tied in before I call it. So I rush. I move fast. We have trees in way. Trees need to go. Let me get the foundations done. Can I get all of this cluster of trees with one nuke? No! Yes, I can! Look at that. It's amazing. I cannot remember. Is it 18 tall? I think it's 18 tall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Blueprints. 18 high conveyor. Oh, that totally wasn't connected to anything. And I have to wait till it's completely finished building before I can delete it. Don't misclick. It's not good. Okay, there we go. Delete. Let's try this again. 18 high. Very focused, concentrating. Doing what needs to be done to keep our conveyors functioning. Rolled a 67, now you're back at 70k again. You're just going to alternate back and forth. Can I get away with one more here? It would appear as though I can. Okay, let's stop there for a second. Because we need to bring this out to here and turn it. This is going to take us to our 20 high conveyors now. Ooh, a little bit of a lag spike there. We did an auto save as well as it was still building conveyors. That hit the old frame rate a little bit. And then this is going... like this, and we're dropping it down with a elevator. And I'm going to label this again here at 300 items per. Select our icon. Parts. That's not the right part. That is. That'll be 12. That be 20? I think. We'll find out. Because we got to jump up right here. That's 11. That's 20. Oh, dude, we have to step up 2, 3, 3 on... Oh, this is going to suck. Okay, mental thinking here. Let's delete all of this. Ooh, I'm going to just... I wasn't sure how much of that I clicked on and if I got any of the conveyors behind. And I would have hated to delete conveyors behind me. This all needs to be stepped up too high to get up over top of that. Okay, so this is just going to take a little bit longer. We're going to do 19 of these little steps. 18. That's 2. That's 3. But I'm an idiot, so it's not. It's still just 2. That's 3. Four. Five. Six. Seven of them. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 'Man, this is a lot of work. 16. And that one's in the wrong spot. 17, and then this should be conveyor 18. Let's delete all of these out of the way. Nope. Control. Nope. Control. There we go. I don't want to delete all the work that I used to put into that. Control key is what my down, or the C key is what my down is. And if you're holding Control and C at the same time, you can't do it, because that would be it wanting to copy. So I always have to go to the bottom first and then come back up, holding the Control key. The space bar is your up motion. And of course, you hold Control key so you can multi-select. And that should be that. So now I got to run these across. Of course, that's too long. It can't connect. That one can, though. So it's just the bottom conveyor. Keep clicking on the foundation behind this. It wants to clip it there. Hey, we exactly doubled the amount of copper. Because we finished with 10 full conveyors yesterday, plus a bit of overflow. And we are 10 full conveyors again today, plus a bit of overflow. How extraordinary. Come on, clip in. How much do you want to bet that top conveyor? It's going to be, no, that's too far. I can't pull the conveyor that long. And I'm going to have to run a dang elevator or a damn riser all the way up here to make it connect. Maybe we'll be okay. I don't think we're traveling full 7 foundations. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Well, what do you know? And I even missed the line. All right, so what does that work out to? 20 times 1,200 plus 300. We are at 24,300 of the 36,700-ish. So 2/3 of the way through all of the copper on the map. And if we look at the map now, everything on this side of the map is completely like we're basically, we have like this lower section here in the southwest corner, and then the whole south side here that we've got to deal with. If we look at our copper selection, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14-ish, 15-ish more nodes to go. And we've got them all zipped up and good to go. We're getting there. Look at all the conveyors that are cruising along here. It'll get even more when we get down there. And you can see our converter tower that's down there that's converting our Caterium over to bauxite. But you can't actually see the converters. How close can I get before the converters actually pop in? You think you'd be able to see, like you can't see any of the machinery. All you can see is conveyors. That's it. That looks hilarious. It looks like some like Donkey Kong game that's happening over there. How did that do that? You'd think it would zoom in enough and be able to show all that. I guess it's still a pretty good distance away. All right, folks, that is going to mark the end of the live stream for tonight. I appreciate you guys chilling and hanging out. We got one more chill stream like this where we're going to gather up the rest of the copper, and then we will dive into doing the conversion. We'll do another conversion tower that's going to take copper and turn it into bauxite for us. And then after that, we're going to be becoming oil tycoons and gathering up all the oil to turn it into heavy oil residue, and then taking that heavy oil residue and turning it into petroleum coke. And there's going to be some leftover polymer resin. For now, we'll just dump into awesome sinks. Eventually, we might turn that into plastic containers to box up some water, to containerize some water at some point for wastewater, but I might use that wastewater in another manufacturing line just to kind of get rid of it. Because as we start making scrap aluminum, we end up producing wastewater that we got to deal with, which is a real pain in the butt. That all said, guys, thank you for chilling and hanging out. Make sure you click the like button on the video, subscribe if you are new to the channel, ring that notification bell. And here's my little promo clip. If you're interested in the type of equipment that I'm running, you can check out my Amazon affiliate link in the description of the video or in my About section of my YouTube channel. And I've got all of the components that are sitting in front of me that I'm streaming on right now, except for the graphics card, because the 4070 Super is not really available anymore. But the 5070 is the equivalent card in the current generation. But everything else is pretty much to spec, except for the RAM. I did drop it down to 32 gigs of RAM because nobody can afford RAM now because the prices are ridiculous. So check out those Amazon link. I'd appreciate it. I also threw in some network camera gear. If you guys are interested in doing network camera installs, there's some stuff from Ubiquiti in there. You can check out that list of products. I just recently set up that exact same kit and was so thrilled at how easy it was to get it set up, and got it all set up with 2K cameras, and it looks amazing. So that all said, you guys have yourself a good one, and we will see you in the next stream. Bye for now.